Good day to you and welcome to the 7th floor, UALR student-produced series bringing you local highlights from across the state. I'm Josh Smith.
And I'm Brianka Taylor. This week we spoke with UALR's Career Services to learn about GradFest and what every student needs to know about graduating.
That's right. A good day and a productive day begins with a good breakfast. Arkansas Eats will be bringing us a local restaurant where a good hearty breakfast is served all day long.
I love breakfast. Arts for Art's Sake will be profiling a new musician trying to make his way to the music industry. This week, Jeremy Davis will share with us his insight into what it means to be a rapper.
While Hidden Treasures will be taking us to a location known for its part in a famous film and now beloved by many Arkansans right here in the natural state.
And let's not forget, #Random, where Dr. Giese will be sharing his perspective on the world. Later today, Dr. Giese will be providing his insight into taxes. Do you know somebody who is a student approaching graduation? Many students look forward to the day when they are able to walk across that stage in their cap and gown and receive their diploma in front of family and friends. To all students approaching that day, we offer our congratulations and good wishes to your future success. But before you start planning the party, there are a few things that you need to know. This week, we spoke with UALR's Career Services to ask them how every student should prepare for graduation. Here it is.
During GradFest, we're actually the ones in charge of getting this set up. So what we do is we try to do the whole planning aspect. We arrange the meetings with the different participants in GradFest and basically just do the planning. Now this is completely a team effort from financial aid, records and registration. Everyone all together has a part, but we kind of are the people that kind of just put it all together a little bit. Counseling and Career Planning Services, this is now their 4th semester, I believe, to be in charge of it. So, but I think this has been going on for years. As long as I've worked here, I know it's been going on at least 5 years or more.
I thought it would be crowded and it was going to take forever, and I was worried about being late. So it was nice that everything went really fast and they got me in and out.
I really didn't know what to expect. I thought that there would be maybe job opportunities, a bunch of people running around just looking for graduating. But it's actually a very productive, organized event for people who are graduating.
GradFest is a gathering of many offices that provide services that students are going to need to make sure they're ready to graduate. In particular, you've got the Office of Records and Registration, Financial Aid, the UALR bookstore, which provides caps, gowns, graduation announcements, as well as Balfour representatives are here selling class rings. Then you've also got the Alumni Association, our office, Counseling Career Planning Services, and the grad school that are here. And it is a one-stop shop so that a student getting ready to graduate can come to one place and get everything taken care of in one visit.
My name is Derek Boyce. I'm with the UALR Alumni Association. We're here at GradFest today, and GradFest is the one-stop shop for all graduating seniors to get their cap and gown, join their Alumni Association, check with the registrar's office to find out, make sure they have enough hours to graduate. But people that do come by, all new graduates, they can join for $20 annually. There's lots of discounts for alumni members, but you also get resume assistance, weekly job postings sent to your inbox. We do 6 months free to the gym, and there's just lots more benefits.
GradFest, they're very organized. They make sure all your spellings are correct. They make sure you have an exit interview for loans so that you walk out knowing what to expect. For alumni, they want to set you up with that. They're very eager to get you to sign up for graduate school. Also, Balfour is here for graduation announcements and rings. You get your cap and gown in the bookstore. And Career Planning Services is here to help you with resumes, help you with mock interviews, and also get you prepared for the next step.
They can come in one place and take care of everything that they need to take care of. At records and registration, they can make sure that they've got the graduation application filled in, all the I's dotted, T's crossed, they're ready to graduate. financial aid if you need to do an exit interview or those type things that's a requirement for many students. They can do that. The bookstore, invitations, cap and gown they can get, order a ring, those type of things. Alumni Association, they can sign up to become a member of the Alumni Association. Also grad school, if they're thinking about that, there'll be a representative there to talk about those things. Plus, we'll be there to provide help with resumes, if they need some tips on where to search for a particular job, just general job seeking information. Also, there'll be some computers set up, one thing I forgot to mention, so students can complete the graduation survey. It's a survey that should appear in the BOSS account of every student that's getting ready to graduate. And it's a survey that allows us to gather information from our graduates about how their experience has been here at UALR, what they're going to be doing when they leave UALR. If a student fills out that survey, then they are in the running for a $300 graduation gift packet that's going to be there. So a little incentive there to complete that graduation survey, because you get a framed diploma, cap and gown's paid for, you get your Alumni Association with a brick and those. It's really a nice package, $300 package. So I encourage everybody to fill out that graduation survey.
Yeah, the Alumni Association is a great way to stay connected to your university once you graduate. We also offer lots of events throughout the year. We go to Oakon, we go to the ballpark, we do lots of stuff with and right now we're in the Sun Belt tournament, so we'll be in Hot Springs this weekend for an alumni reception. So if you're an alumni, everyone's welcome.
I would suggest coming to GradFest. It's an organized event that they really want students to attend. Everything is in one place. You just come in, 30 minutes, walk out, you're done. Everything's ready for graduation.
This particular rendition of GradFest seems to really be working well. Right now, we think we've got the right mix of offices and personnel in there. There's no plans that I'm aware of to expand GradFest to add others, but we're open to suggestions. So one of the things that's been sort of nice about GradFest is it has been so consistent that students do know what to expect when they come to the event.
I tell you, Brianka, I know I cannot wait till graduation. It's going to be a great feeling getting to walk across that stage, and I know my mom is just going to be crying.
It's going to be a special day for me, and I'm looking forward to it. Just don't forget to register for graduation and order your cap and gown.
Got to, or you won't graduate, that's for sure. And I already have that taken care of. I promise you that. Well, coming up after the break, Arkansas Eats will be taking us to a local restaurant serving breakfast all day long. Be sure to stay tuned and join us when we get back.
Our national forests. We cherish their beauty. We marvel at their majesty. We embrace their heritage. But do you know how much we depend on our national forests? For clean air, wood for our homes, and drinking water for millions of Americans. So much depends on our national forests, but now they're depending on us. Trees have been devastated by insects, disease, and fires that burn so hot even the seeds of future forests are destroyed. The Arbor Day Foundation asks for your help in replanting our national forests, because so much depends on what we do today. So much beauty, so much life, so much that we hold dear. We must act now so that future generations can also depend on our national forests. Visit arborday.org. See what we're doing. See how you can help.
Some risks are obviously not worth taking.
Watch where you're going!
Some aren't as obvious, but could be just as deadly, like the risk for type 2 diabetes, especially if you're over 45 or overweight. Take the diabetes risk test. It's free and takes less than a minute. Type 2 diabetes is one risk you can't afford to take. So stop diabetes before it stops you.
Welcome back to the 7th floor. Previously, we discovered what every student needs to know before their graduation. But now it is time to present some good Arkansas cooking.
Which brings us to this week's Arkansas Eats. They say that a good day starts with a good breakfast. This week, our team visited B-Side, a local restaurant offering a good Southern-style, hearty breakfast at all times of the day. Here's Andy with Arkansas Eats.
Hi, I'm Andy, and welcome to this week's Arkansas Eats. Today we're doing something different. We've done lunch and dinner, but now let's do brunch. Let's go on inside and see what they have to offer.
Always, like I said, this is always a classic when you got just meat, bread, and eggs.
I wanted to bring the same kind of old school restaurant sensibility to breakfast. If you have ever known a restaurateur, breakfast is always our favorite meal. It's typically the only time that we ourselves can go out and be waited on and feel fancy. And it wasn't difficult to notice that IHOP was about the only choice for breakfast when I got here 11 years ago. And I would walk into IHOP myself on Sunday mornings and I would see every other restaurateur in there with their families and I would think, you're kidding. Really? I have to do it? So 3 years ago, I decided to fill what I saw as the biggest hole in the overall market, and that was an upscale breakfast room, something which you would typically find in the city, a more urban environment, with the same sensibility regarding food as what comes out of the Lily's kitchen. Fresh, everything made from scratch. The most popular dish, hands down, are the eggs Benedict. The second most popular dish is the frittata, and I would say number 3 is the French toast kebabs. B-Side is accessible actually through Lily's, so I am right next door in the Marketplace Shopping Center at Rodney Parham and Shackelford, 11121 North Rodney Parham. And the hours are Wednesday through Sunday, 8 until 2 p.m. The full menu is available during the course of service.
Just got my brunch here. I started off with strawberry beignets, and I had a chance to eat them, and they were delicious and cooked to perfection. Nice and sweet. A delicious way to start a good brunch. And now I have my French toast kebabs. They look amazing, so let's dive right in and see how they taste. That is great. If you love French toast and bacon, come on in and have French toast kebabs. They're delicious. Well, back to you in the studio. Until next week.
Tell me about it.
I love the look of those biscuits and gravy.
I know
My
what
goodness.
I know what you mean.
I'm gonna have to stop by and have me a taste of that breakfast.
And I'm gonna go with you. We'll get some biscuits and gravy, maybe some bacon. I don't know what all we'll find with that, trust me. But after we get back from the break, Art for Art's Sake will be presenting Jeremy Davis, who will share what it means to be a rapper right here in Arkansas. Stay tuned.
You can't text and pay attention to the world around you, and you definitely can't text and drive. Every year, deaths due to distracted and negligent driving are increasing. In fact, while drunk driving rates have dropped greatly, negligent driving fatalities have skyrocketed. Find out more at negligentdriving.com.
Oh, Dad, wait till you see the bike we got for Jake.
Hearing loss happens gradually with age, making it easy to ignore. Yet most older Americans aren't getting their hearing tested. Untreated hearing loss can keep your loved ones from enjoying what they cherish most.
Dad, can you hear me?
Don't let that happen. Speak up about hearing loss. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to the 7th floor. Earlier, we showed you where to get a good breakfast, but now we will take a look at a local artist who is trying to make his mark in Arkansas's music scene.
Every week, the Arts for Art's Sake crew searches for local upcoming artists in our state. Each artist has their own specialties and offers their own interpretations of their work, which brings us today to rapper Jeremy Davis. Here is Emily with the story.
Welcome to Art for Art's Sake. This week we will be delving into Central Arkansas's hip-hop scene with local artist Jeremy Davis. Jeremy will share with us how he got his start in the industry, the process by which he composes, and his love for music.
13. I was 13 when I first started rapping. Believe it or not, my first rap was freestyle. I didn't start writing until I got into the 6th grade. Music is very cleansing for my soul. I'm the type of person that holds a lot of emotion in. I really don't like talking about it. So my music, it helps me to release all the things that I hold inside my heart, such as grudges, anger, love, things of that type of nature. 2011, 2010, in the middle of one of those years, I decided to invest in my own studio. Got a mic, got a computer, and went and got my own program, and ever since it's been on. And really, me having my own studio helps me save a whole lot of money. I used to pay like $25 an hour for studio time. I was like, man, I'm not gonna do that no more, man. I'm getting tired of paying all this money for studio time when I can have my own studio, learn how to work everything myself. So that's what I did. God gave me the willpower and the motivation, and I just took the step. You know what I'm saying? So.
Jeremy has eclectic tastes and finds inspiration in many places. His musical influences include an array of artists from a variety of genres.
I might not believe me, but country music even influenced me. I like the stories they tell. Music is not just an art to me. Music is a spiritual thing. And like I said earlier in the segment, you know, music is very cleansing. So I feel like music is a great thing for people to get involved with. Expand your horizons. You know, it'll make you think on life. My music, I like to talk about life. I like to put my anger into it. I like to put in love. I like to incorporate God, pretty much the whole 9 yards.
Jeremy, a self-taught artist, quickly learned the ins and outs of producing and now owns his own studio.
Be yourself, follow your own path. And I feel like, you know, that's the best way to create something that's dynamic, something that's different from everybody else.
Hip-hop as a genre extends beyond the top 40 hits you may hear on the radio. Take some time to explore and you'll be surprised. That's all we have time for this week. Thank you for joining us on Art for Art's Sake, and we'll see you next time.
Wow, Jeremy certainly is talented and has some great lyrics. Hopefully one day we will see him on 106 and Park, MTV, maybe an award show. Hopefully.
Maybe. Yeah, that's an artist I sure wouldn't mind seeing again. I wonder when he's going to start performing live. We wish him the best and good luck on his career. After the break, Hidden Treasures will show us a local hotspot known for its part in a famous movie. Stay tuned.
He serves his party best who serves the country best. Rutherford B. Hayes.
Patriotism is easy to understand in America. It means looking out for yourself by looking out for your country. Calvin Coolidge.
Government is the people's business, and every man, woman, and child
becomes a shareholder with the first penny of tax paid. Ronald Reagan.
There's nothing wrong in America that can't be fixed of what is right in America. William Clinton.
Be the we now.
Every day, thousands of people suffer from sudden cardiac arrest. Would you know how to help? Or would they be all alone? Learn what to do at heartrescuenow.com.
Treasures that lie within it. This week, Hidden Treasures takes us to the Old Mill. The Old Mill began as a simple project, but became the site of a famous movie. The location is now a popular place for many Arkansans. Here's Hidden Treasures.
Located in the Lakewood area on Lakeshore Drive near McCain Mall is the Old Mill Park, also known as Pugh's Old Mill. The mill, which is set within the park, was built in 1933 and is a historic recreation of an 1880s water-powered grist mill. There are 2 levels inside the mill, made largely from tinted concrete work over steel and copper rods, which are made to represent wood, iron, and stone. On the first level, you will find a replica of the grist mill. Follow the wooden stairs up to the second level, where you will find a window that overlooks the entire gated park. The park is decorated with sculptures of toadstools, tree stumps, a water pumping station, and a tree branch entwined bridge. The old mill, though not actually as old as it appears, was designed to look like something that would fit within the contours of the area. It looks like something from an old movie and was in fact featured in the opening scene of Gone with the Wind and is believed to be the only remaining structure from the film. In 1986, the mill was nationally recognized by being placed on the National Register of Historic Places, making the park a must-see attraction. At first glance, the mill is intended to appear neglected, as if it had been there since the 1800s, but it is continuously turning wheel, and beautiful waterfall reminds us of its modern beauty. Today, fully equipped with the same facilities as any park, the old mill is used for many outdoor activities, from tourists, sightseeing, or taking a stroll. Children enjoying a day of play to the local wildlife taking in a swim. And don't forget, it's a great place for an outdoor wedding. With the lake that runs through the park, you can come sit along the lake, relax, and watch the sunset as it glistens on the water. The mill is free to all visitors and is open from dawn until dusk. So come, take that short drive to a place where you will experience peace and tranquility right here in North Little Rock. The old mill is such a beautiful place.
Agreed.
I want to visit there sometimes myself, see it for myself.
Hey, believe it or not, I was in a wedding there and a groomsman in it. I advise you to go.
I know, that was nice.
And honestly, sometimes I forget how many films were actually filmed right here in Arkansas.
Me too.
I'm pretty glad that our state's natural environment brings even Hollywood into our backyard.
It certainly is a thing to remember and reminds us to appreciate everything that we have.
Truly, truly. And now it's time for UALR's most peculiar and thought-provoking segment, #Random. Today, Dr. Giese will be taking a different look at taxes and what they mean to you.
I saw one of my students the other day. She was very stressed out because she was in the middle of doing her taxes. I feel her pain. In fact, we probably all feel her pain. Paying taxes is no fun. She looked at me and asked me why we had to pay stupid taxes anyhow. It made me start thinking. We hear people complain all the time about paying taxes or what their tax dollars are spent on. Mostly we hear that taxes are a bad thing. I think I want to turn that whole notion on its head. I don't think taxes are a bad thing. I don't like paying taxes. You don't like paying taxes. Nobody likes paying taxes. But that doesn't make them a bad thing. Nobody likes going to the dentist either, but that doesn't make them bad people, does it? So let's take another look at taxes and talk about why they are a good thing, or perhaps just a necessary thing. What good are taxes? Well, let's start with some good big things that your tax dollars pay for. Now, you may not remember this, especially if you're the same age as most of my students, but one of the things that taxes paid for is the interstate highway system. So if you find yourself on I-10 headed to New Orleans, remember that a Republican president, Eisenhower, used your grandparents' tax dollars to build this cool highway system. It was a huge economic boon to the nation. Another thing that our tax dollars go for are the nation's defense. Know somebody who served? Say thanks. And then pat yourself on the back because you helped pay for their gear and all the technology and weapons it took to deploy them and get them home safely. If you're a parent with a college student or a college student yourself and you've got a Pell Grant, you got it. That's your tax dollars at work. But it's not just Pell Grants. It's financial aid too. If you get financial aid, your tax dollars are helping pay for your education. Here's a couple of more things that your tax dollars paid for. The space program. Yes, we put a man on the moon, but all that research that we paid for also made possible our global communications networks. Yes, satellite TV and mobile phones are just a couple of the things that our tax dollars helped create. Then there's the internet. No, Al Gore did not invent it, but DARPA, that's the Defense Advanced Research Projects Administration, paid for the research that led to the internet. I got to tell you, I would have a hard time doing without an internet connection, and so would Facebook and Google. You might wonder why I'm going on about all the good things that taxes pay for. Well, it strikes me that there's a lot of talk about how bad taxes are. Like we shouldn't have to pay taxes at all, and there's a lot of people that feel that way, but I think it's a misguided notion. Why? Because taxes are a way for all of us to pay a little bit so that we can do things to make our country better. So when tax time rolls around, remember the good things our taxes pay for and how they help make our country great. You should be proud to pay taxes. They do a lot of good for all of us. Well, that's it for #random today, so go do your taxes. The quicker you get them done, the sooner you get that big refund.
I tell you, Ms. Taylor, it is always fascinating to hear exactly what Dr. Giesi's insight is on trendy topics. Hopefully now we can take paying taxes in a different perspective.
Sure can. It's always important to keep Uncle Sam in mind. Just remember, your money is always going to a good cause.
Well, I know mine is, that's for sure, and yours better be as well, young lady. Well, that's all we have this time and this week for the 7th floor, so join us next week for another exciting show. I'm Josh Smith.
And I'm Brianka Taylor. See you next time.
See you next time. I kind of messed up there.
Can I show you some of my sign language?
Fine, yeah.
This is the
Why you always
7th
want to
floor
show
of
me
sign
something on a
language.
sign language?